I think it's very clear that we find ways to not win football games, and that's what has to change. And that locker room is good enough football team to play with anyone and to win games, creating that mentality that believes you're going to and finding ways to do it and to do your assignment when it's called on in critical moments like you did the entire first half is things that we've got to get corrected if we want to experience the joy of winning these close, tough SEC football games. And that's really the way I see it. We felt great about the preparation, felt great about coming into this game, felt like we were going to win the game. And here I am feeling again that we don't quite know how to do that. And got to look at, again, all aspects of it, from coaching to making critical plays at critical moments. And why do we not execute the same defensive calls that we executed in the first half, in the second half, in critical moments? Just all of those things is just they compound into helping us find ways to not have success on the winning side of the scoreboard. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Georgia or previous opponents, but I really feel that way. I don't know if it's I feel like it's more us finding ways not to win games.
All right, first couple I saw were Jason, Mike, and Daryl over here. Front row, right here.
You talk about kind of those winning plays, 7-0 down there, 2nd and 2, I think, and have a 4-yard loss. Kind of walk us through maybe that.
Yeah,
that
we wanted to be
sequence.
aggressive. We had a reverse we really loved. I think he would have scored. I think if we'd have got the pitch to him, he walks in. And those are, there's always calls that you wish you had over, and that's certainly one. After the result of it, I'll have to watch the film to see if he, if the pitch could have occurred. I'm not 100% sure on that or not.
Go Mike, Daryl.
Coach, we're 6 games into the season, so the ends of these games are starting to look like established patterns. Mm-hmm. What does accountability look like for you? At this point, with the results happening again the
Easy.
Same way.
Show up to work Monday, get ready to win a football game. That's how it looks.
Coach, you talk about the not finishing plays or missed assignments and not looking like you did in the first half. At what point do you decide then to change personnel to make that happen, even at the most perhaps crucial positions on the field?
Yeah, it all has to be looked at for sure. We got to go study exactly why. I think we only had 4 possessions in the second half. They ate up a lot of the clock, not counting the 2-minute drill there at the end. And we got to go look at why those did not have success. Obviously the plan was good from the first half. I knew Georgia was really good at making adjustments. They started stopping all the zone game. Probably should have stayed with more perimeter option runs for Jackson and the perimeter. Had some throws there, just didn't complete them.
Coach, it wasn't everything in this game, but it was a lot of it officiating. And once this season, the SEC's already had to release a statement to say how they messed up. I mean, when does Auburn step up and try to make a change for plays that clearly were incorrect that didn't go your way?
I have no clue. It's not the Auburn part I'm worried about. I know who our president and administration and AD are and how they feel, and sure feels like we're not getting many breaks, and it's difficult to take for sure. Even on the, I'll never. I mean, there was a lot of things, but I felt like we broke the plane. All you have to do is the nose of the ball just has to break the plane, and I thought that was had a pretty good shot of that but it didn't go our way, and then I don't know how they should have had a delay a game or a timeout, and not a whole new play. I'm still not sure what happened there, but there's a lot of times that I make bad calls and officials do the same, but it certainly feels like we're not getting many of the breaks.
Nathan, Brett, and the third across the front here.
For Jackson, after that play, after the fumble, did you feel like that was kind of a bit of an emotional swing for you guys on the sideline, or was it not that? Did you feel like that play kind of affected you guys?
I really didn't think like it affected us. I think everybody was very positive after that, and obviously it's something that we wanted to get called our way, but I don't think it affected us when the half still up a touchdown, so it didn't affect us emotionally, but it would have been great to have.
Coach, I know you said that Georgia made some adjustments going into the second half and through the second half. You guys had probably one of the best halves of offense in the first half in SEC play. What did they do exactly that changed? You guys only had 3 first downs in the second half.
Yeah, stopped a run, and then we got to get popped on an interior pressure on one of the third downs, and then I thought we missed making plays on the others in the passing game. But they did. They started taking away the zone game. They're big and strong, and our angles weren't real good on the zone runs that we hit them with in the first half.
Third straight game with double-digit penalties for you guys. And,
Yep.
You're not going to agree with every one of those calls, but just the continued flags. How crushing has that been for y'all, especially on offense?
Crushing. And I just thought you can't have. That's what I mean by we're finding ways not to win games, and I'm certainly not saying that I don't know if I agree with all of them or not. I probably don't, but you got to say that's still way too many, and that is things that will cost you close games, and that's 2 weeks or 3 weeks in a row where we've had way too many penalties.
Steve, then Rosie, then Johnny in the middle.
Coach, I've got 2 if I could. What was the message to the team at halftime given what happened in that final 2 minutes? And then what did the official tell you in that, what I call phantom timeout, called by Kirby?
That the side judge over there, Kirby, told him he was clapping, not calling timeout. What was your other question?
Your halftime message.
Let's go win the game. I mean, they hadn't stopped us yet. We really could have easily had 21 points at half, and you're sitting there with 10, and so I felt, and our defense played outstanding. Other than that last drive, where they got 3 points right before the half, which, but really felt like we were still going to win the football game because of the way I thought we had dominated the first half.
Just going back to your first half of offense, what are some things that you think you can build upon? I know you got to look at the film, but there was definitely an improvement through this game.
Yeah, I thought it looked really efficient, balanced, and we've got to find a way to sustain that for 4 quarters if you're going to win against elite teams that are top 10 in the country. You can't play just 2 halves of it and expect, for the other team, they're not going to quit and they're going to find ways to make plays, and they did do that. And we've got to find a way as coaches and players to figure out a way to, man, it looked really good there, and now we got to find a way to do that for 4 quarters.
Johnny, you can go ahead and fire away. I don't know if I can get a mic to you back there.
Hugh, after that call goes against you at the end of the first half, did you feel a deflating sense
did.
from inside the locker room, like you guys were going to go out there and
Well, I'll say this. I didn't feel it at half. I think I was more pissed off, and everybody was ticked off at half, but the second half didn't feel like it had the same energy. And this was another thing, what I mean by, like, us not really believing you're going to win the football game. And I could be wrong on that, but no, I didn't really feel any deflation at halftime. I mean, you're ticked off because you left points out there that you felt like your kids had gone and earned, but some of the credit goes to Georgia for the second half too. But I don't know. It didn't look like we played with the same physicality and energy maybe. Now losing B. Frazier hurt for sure. He was a big part of our plan, and we're not built at tight end like we don't have a lot of depth there for a guy that can play hand in the dirt and be a threat in the passing game. He couldn't go in the second half. That hurt us some too for sure. But didn't feel like we played with the same physicality. I don't know if that has anything to do with the call going against us or not.
One more on this side, and we're done. Oh, and B-Matt, sorry, 2 more on this side.
Coach, in the first half, a review goes on a catcher and incomplete pass. They go back and find targeting on Kane Lee with Gunnar Stockton. In the second half, you feel like Auburn was the victim of a targeting penalty with Preston Howard right around the first down marker. What was the conversation on why there was not a review and a drive that ultimately ended in a turnover on downs?
Yeah, it cost me a timeout. Said that there wasn't enough contact to the head area.
Ryan, last one.
Longest completion to receiver, 13 yards. Did you see some opportunities in the second half that you just didn't take advantage of when they stopped the running game to maybe get the ball down the field more?
Well, we didn't have enough plays, truthfully. Really we had I think we had Eric open on a deep one, and Jackson had somebody I think it was just a bang deal that that's close to, again, making that play, whether it's us sustaining a protection a half second longer, standing in there and making a throw, or whether it's making that catch, or, those things are just so magnified right now. And, but yeah, we didn't really have enough opportunities with the 2 3 and outs, I guess it was, and then them holding the ball the whole half.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Thank you.